back in the day when they were trying to figure out what we needed in order to survive. And this is going to get a little bit dark for a second here.
Maybe we should move this to nighttime when we have different things in our cups, because already we're on an adventure. But let's go. Let's go.
What they used to do when they were trying to figure out what foodstuffs were integral to survival, what they would do is they used a lot of dogs. And what they would do is they would basically say, okay, here's a full diet. You live a long, healthy life. And then they pull one little tiny aspect out of it. And then they see what happens. And they're like, oh, the dog died when we pulled that thing out. That's probably essential for human life. Let's call that vitamin A, Vita, root for life. And then they did the same thing. And every time they found something that killed the dog or made it like really,
Sicker,
injured or debilitating or, come out crazy, they're like, oh, also probably integral to survival. And so that's kind of how it started, was they were looking at things that, they would kill a bunch of animals and then be like, oh, that's important. And then they created names for them and we started investigating them more. And nowadays what we do is we have something called the RDA, which is the recommended dietary allowance. And so when you look at like a nutrition label to say, oh, 100% of your vitamin A is in this item, that number that they're using is what's called the RDA. The downside to the RDA is it's based off of population averages. So what we have is something called an EAR, which is the estimated average requirement. And then what that is the amount that is suitable for 50% of the population to be
living.
To be living. Yes, to be living. And I want to use that word carefully, like to be alive.
To be alive, yes.
And so then what they did was like, okay, well, let's add 2 standard deviations to that. And I can't remember, it's like the 98.7 rule or whatever, like 99, whatever. Anyway, so then like roughly 98% of the population is now suitable with this amount when they added 2 standard deviations off of the average one. But the interesting thing is all of this was based off of data for not dying, not necessarily for peak
performance.
Health. Yeah. And not only that, but all of the things that you see on food labels and all those vitamins and minerals that get talked about, that's just a small spectrum of what we ingest. And there's literally hundreds of thousands of nutrients that we eat that have bioactive properties in your body that maybe if you deprive of one of them, it doesn't kill you. But if you're not eating any of them, then your health quality is going to degrade quite significantly. It's kind of intuitive, but like on the extreme is like, it's why eating junk food, pizza, fried chicken, and candy bars all day and then popping a multivitamin doesn't work. That's not the epitome of health.
That doesn't counteract like that one little multivitamin, like fighting off everything in my stomach. Like that's not.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, like I wish that it was as easy as that, because there are some junk foods that I absolutely love, but it's because you're missing out on all of these other beautiful nutrients. And then also, sometimes that 100% is not actually suitable to peak health and performance, which is a little bit different than just not dying, which is 2 different things.